Hey everyone, this is Manly Badass Zero and welcome to Labyrinthine Dreams. Labyrinthine Dreams is an RPGMaker kind of adventures, visual novel-y, maze puzzle game, which is as unique as it sounds. You play as a girl recounting her life in her final moments. You go around doing mazes, avoiding a demon. It has a very kind of visual novel-y, sad story kind of atmosphere.
It's odd at a time like this, but I keep thinking of the last conversation I had with my father. For a long time, I thought I had figured out what he was trying to tell me, but now, I'm not so sure. I guess it doesn't matter at this point. My ship's about to come in, and then I'm finally out of here. I'm not sure where I'll end up, but it has to be an improvement. What's that saying? Life sucks and then you die?
Life sucks and then you die.
But how did I even get here?
Sounds like a 90s song back in my edgy days. So this game does feature full voice acting, and I mean full.
I've never liked needles. Well, I guess nobody really likes them, but I really hate them. But I've gotten used to them over the last year or so. What fun.
So yeah, even when you investigate something, there's voice acting, which is pretty damn rare.
It's an old painting of our family cabin. Why is it just sitting out here?
Also, at the moment, this game is a preview. I may do a full playthrough later. This game is part of the Degica sale, so if you're interested in the game, like Phantom Breaker, now it's time to get it.
This one's got grass in it.
Forest is cursed. Once you enter, you will be unable to turn left, turn around, or turn on the spot. So this is the puzzle. Let's see, you can't turn left, you can't turn around, and you can't turn on the spot.
Daddy, why are you crying?
You've grown up so fast, Beth. When did that happen? Must have been while I was at work. You know, when you were born, I only had 3 days with you and your mom before I had to go back to work. I hated that. But I felt the job was too important. They always told me that I couldn't take time off because the work I was doing was too important. Although, never important enough for a raise. All the times I went in on Christmas Day or your birthday, I was just doing what I thought was responsible. After all, we can't afford me not to work. But then again, we can barely afford things with me working. Just enough to get by.
Sounds like a typical American household. Sadly enough. So this is the gameplay. Essentially, a lot of the game revolves around mazes or puzzles. You solve a puzzle, get through a maze, or avoid a personal demon, and you're treated to like a visual novel portion, and then it kind of continues on. It's supposed to be simulating the labyrinth of your dreams or something. So I can't turn left, so I can't go up there. I can't turn the spots, I hit that. Go here. Can I turn right? No. That'd be turning left, technically. I can go here. I can loop up. So I have to think of everything from a right perspective. Wait, I did that wrong. I can go around here, loop up, there you go.
But the years just go by, and I wonder why I've put up with this for so long. When we took out life insurance, I realized I was literally worth more dead than alive. Working this much was supposed to change that, or at least give us more comfort, but it hasn't. Not even close. And yet, I still go into the office day after day. I thought if I followed the rules, I would be rewarded. I'd reach some plateau where I would have more time and money and be able to enjoy life.
I'm already depressed. It's not even that depressing of a storyline so far, but it's just like, whoa, that's too close to home. Anyway, so, can't turn left, I can turn right. So that's left. And I just looped myself. I can do that. Alright. I gotta think about this. I can hit this, loop this way. Of course, I can't turn left. But I can go up here. Actually, no, I can do this. Loop this way. And the only choice I have is to go this way. Ooh. I'm getting it now. So we can't turn left, so we go down there at a dead end, see? So we can't go up there. We actually have to loop around this last block. So... this way. Then we go here, then we go here, and then we get stuck in a loop of internal walking around in circles. Unless we go this way. Then we go around here, and then we loop around the tree and we make it. Okay.
But now it feels like I'm just following these silly rules for no reason. And all they do is make things harder. It all seems so arbitrary. So what do? Hold out until retirement? You'll be living on your own by then. Quit? We can't afford that. Get a new job? I've got no time to look into it while I'm working, and it's too risky for me to leave.
What you're suffering from is middle income hopeless loop. Middle income hopeless loop is kind of like not having the opportunity for your income to grow, yet being stuck in a situation where if your income doesn't grow, you're essentially fucked. I can't really give you a solution for that situation. I'm kind of stuck in that, along with everyone else I know is kind of stuck in that situation right now. Oh, I'm sad. Anyway. So I'm just gonna do this and hopefully I don't walk into a tree and get stuck. Like that. Now this game I actually found certainly unique in its premise anyway. It's not the best game I've ever played or anything like that, you know what I mean? But it was unique enough where I wanted to try it. And that's one of my main motivations for picking this game and trying it out. I think I'm solving this puzzle without even thinking about it. That's both sad and very entertaining to me. Actually, no, I got this. Loop around here, and then go up. That's a right turn. But the publisher publishes quite a few RPGMaker games, a lot of them more traditional JRPG stuff.
Vacations we would take to different parts of the world, or even just to the family cabin. You would play outside while I would paint.
So if you're interested in that type of stuff, check out their catalog.
God, I haven't painted in so long. I bet I'm rusty.
But this game stood out to me. It's trying to be something unique. It's trying to have like a kind of a human story. I've heard a lot of reviewers compare it to the one RPGMaker story-based game. I actually forget at the moment. It'll come back to me in a second. I remember now. It's To the Moon. To the Moon. Funny enough, I've never played To the Moon, but story for another time. First, I must solve this maze puzzle. You can't turn right. It makes too much sense. You've got to come down over here, loop around the magical tree, make a right U-turn and go south into the exit, and face another Falcon computer. Then get stuck behind a tree. Sort of idiot. Doesn't know how to do a simple maze puzzle. I think this is a straight shot from here. No, never that easy. Never that easy. I have to go up here and loop like this. There we go. See, I've been skipping some of the puzzles.
I thought I was doing what was best, but you growing up without me isn't what's best. Not for you, or for me.
This actually gave you an incentive to play the game for yourself, so it's not a full spoilery thing.
So why am I crying? Because there's never enough time for what's really important.
Never is. Wrecked empty house. Beth, your father has been in a serious accident. I'm going to be with him at the hospital. I've called Aunt June. She'll arrive soon.
There's nothing here anymore.
So she had some
Dad
kind of
didn't make
issues
it
with the
through the night.
father.
His car had gone right over a ledge. It was an accident, supposedly.
Then he passed away.
Maybe I wouldn't have taken it so hard if I knew I'd be joining him so soon. You again. You come in here uninvited and tear the whole place up. Who do you think you are? All this time I've already spent trying to stay ahead of you. But no matter what, you always get one step closer. How long can I keep this up?
A very literal metaphor. Can I just make it run for it? No, move 2 spaces down and kill me. Try to lure it over here. Oh, it's caught me. That's a game over. Fastest game over in this game yet. So I know you want to kill me. I want to kind of loop you into this dead end. And I think I'm going to do this by doing this. There we go. Move from the bottom so it doesn't go up. And I'm already out. Let's see, I can lure you over here before you catch up. No, you're going to catch up. I should just kept going down straight rather than try to lure you out so soon. No, go back and forth a little bit. There, you're trapped. Could have also maybe... No, that's for luring you down. Okay. Escape my demons for now.
There's this chunk of years after Dad died and before I left home that is just one big blur of frustration. Kids made fun of me in school for having a dead father.
Of course, the joke of life is you never escape your demons, you just keep outrunning them.
I wish I had stood up for myself instead of just letting them pile on. Looking back, I should have gone in there on the first day of middle school and hit someone with a chair. Then everyone would have left me alone. Sounds like jail. But then again, the two institutions have a lot in common. But one day, a teacher pulled me aside. She really did try to connect with me, and at some point, she asked what I wanted to do with my life. Without thinking, I blurted out, paint. That didn't go over so well at home.
Ah, one of those families.
Looking back, I was too hard on her. I felt like she hated the artistic part of me, but that wasn't it.
I have a story about my father.
She was just concerned that it wouldn't bring in the big bucks.
When he told his uncle he wanted to be an artist, his uncle replied, "You might as well go cut your ear off now."
She wanted me to go into a career that would guarantee success. But I had seen what going after It was clear we would never see eye to eye. Eventually, I left for the city to start college. I had gotten used to tuning her out, but she said one thing that haunted me. Beth, your father was a loving man, but he was also disturbed. Deeply disturbed. He was overwhelmed. And he gave up. Whatever fate holds for you, please don't ever give up.
That's probably an implication that they might have committed suicide, not accidentally ran off a cliff. That's how I'm taking it anyway. Okay. This one seems simple enough. Of course, knowing me, I'll botch it somehow. But, so far, story. Father, being busy at work. Not having time to do more... What's the word for that? More... family-based things. I just reset my puzzle. Whoopsie daisy. I should go here and then go right. There you go. And the whole wanting to paint, be an artist thing, it's kind of the urge to be free and kind of set your own rules rather than be a wage slave, which sometimes it's a hard call in life. You have to make that decision on your own and figure out what is best for you and what's best for everyone. I think I just solved this puzzle really easily. No. No. That's interesting. I have to come at it from below to get out. So, down here. Guide me, metaphorical taxi.
Dad's life insurance had taken care of us for a few years, but it wasn't going to pay for college. Even with financial aid, I had to take a job as a cashier to support myself. I could justify it while I was actually in school, but the bills didn't stop coming in just because I had graduated. In fact, I wasn't sure when I was going to be secure enough to give it up. Nobody was exactly banging down the door for my painting skills. I just felt so aimless, and that made me furious. I thought it couldn't get any worse.
I get it now. The life insurance. That's what he said, my life was worth more dead than it was whenever I was alive thing. He killed himself, so life insurance would trigger.
In retrospect, that was silly of me. At least I didn't have to deal with you back in those days.
Alright, Demon Friend is back. See, the trick is, we trap him, but he's gonna burst out and go and murder us as soon as we get up here. Yeah, he'll be here in enough turns. What I need to do is I need to lower you down. Lower you down over here. So this will give us a lead on you. Just like that. And this one, for some odd reason, I keep seeing a swastika, even though I know it isn't one. I'm just reminded of that stupid secret swastika forest now. I definitely see a trap I can nail you in over here. But for me to do that, I gotta do this very particular. Just like this. That'll give me time to get up here. But then I think you might still catch up. Yeah. So I still have to trap you somehow again. What I do is I get you over here, trap you in that little cubby hole, then go up, use this chance to get the hell out, and you won't be able to catch up to me. It's a little close, but it made it.
The way people talk about life makes it sound like your entire future is determined right as you become an adult. If you don't pick the right job at the right time, you're done forever. That can't be right, can it? Why would life be so long if it was so easy to ruin it early on? Seems pointless. It didn't help that I was so isolated. I didn't like anyone I spent time with. They were all such self-absorbed idiots.
This is called life being unfair.
I was starting to think about life as a hermit until that day in the store.
But you really shouldn't think of life as unfair. Rather, you should think it's probably the most fair it's ever been in all history. It's just not perfect.
2 minutes to midnight, then we're closed and I'm out of this dump for the evening.
Right down to the wire. I guess next time I should start earlier.
What? Is this all for you?
Yep, I like to stock up.
And of course you had to do this right before we close. Blarg.
Just like you have to go into the restaurant just before it closes and make everyone bust the food out and clean your table.
Oh, sorry about that. Hey, I'll walk down here and bag the stuff myself. That should help you get out of here a little quicker.
That's nice of you. Jeez, I'm acting like a spoiled kid. I'm really sorry.
Don't worry about it. You sound like you just need a day off.
A day off? Who ever heard of such a thing?
That's no joke, man.
I'm not a man.
That's not the point.
Oh yeah, obviously. I call everyone man. It's just my thing. But seriously, working too long with no time for yourself will make you nuts.
This guy comes from California.
Sounds nice. But they'll never give me the time off.
Your time is not theirs to give. But I've got an idea. How about you take Friday off and we'll hang out in the city? It'll be fun.
You're serious, aren't you?
This guy did this whole elaborate thing just to pick up a girl.
He was. And he was right. If I could live for another 10 or 20 years, I wouldn't remember the guilt trip my manager laid on me for taking that Friday off.
He finds every cute cashier he can, goes in just before it closes, bags this food himself, and then he asks her out.
But I would remember how much fun we had that day.
I guarantee you out of the few thousand people who have watched this video, at least one of you is probably going to take that idea. And dang nabbit, it'll probably end up working.
I was hoping to open an art gallery. Nothing huge or anything. Just a place where I could have little exhibits and work on my own stuff.
That sounds like it'd be fun. Where would it be?
Well, there's already a lot of stuff like that in the city. I would want to try making it happen in a smaller community. Someplace where there was demand.
Yeah, like a suburb. Have you considered Birchwood?
Where's that?
It's about a half-hour bus ride from the city. My older brother lives out there, and he says there are a lot of artist types. They try to do events, but they have no space for it. They usually just wind up having exhibits in someone's basement. I figure if you could get it off the ground and maintain it, you might get a nice following.
Wow, that would be amazing.
That's quite a bit of
Probably
story.
Getting home, but this was a lot of fun. We should do it again.
Then we never did it again. So that's it for my preview of Labyrinthine Dreams. I know it's a pretty short game. I may actually do a full playthrough of this later. Maybe in the coming weeks or so. The actual puzzles and mazes are actually pretty fun. But if you're just here for the story or anything like that, and you're to buy and play this game, you know, you do have to get for those puzzles, and You know, if you're not very good with that type of stuff, you may not enjoy this game. Of course, I suppose you could always use the guide if you really came to it, but it kind of kills half the experience. Aside from that, storyline-wise, a lot of things that are pretty normal in a sad way. Which doesn't quite make me feel outright sad, but makes me kind of go, oh. But anyway, so thank you all for watching my preview of Labyrinthine Dreams. I'll see you guys later. Take it easy.